It's time for another episode of Hops and Hedges, where we talk about beer, landscaping, and everything in between. Season 1 is proudly sponsored by ext.tech, helping you grow and revolutionize your landscaping business. Now crack open a cold one, and let's dig in. And there we go. We are recording, and with me today on Hops and Hedges is Laurie-Ann Stuart. How are you, my dear?
I'm fabulous. How about you?
Good. Very good to see you. I haven't seen you since Congress.
I haven't been in the country since Congress.
Yep. As soon as you and I, we were able to share a room at Congress. We split the room at the hotel, had our own little girls' party, and then right as soon as Congress was over, you were across the street at the airport and you were off. Gone. So
Yes.
It's all been good travels.
Good travels. Seen a number of gardens.
Yeah.
From down in Mexico to in South Carolina.
Wow.
And was fortunate enough to hop on a plane, go to England to see my daughter, and we went to Amsterdam to Kokenhof.
Oh, that just sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So you're the owner operator of LA Gardens in Barrie, Innisfil area.
Yes.
And you've been doing that for 17 years.
Yep.
Does it feel that long, or does it
Nope.
feel like that wasn't that long?
Well, on certain things, it feels like I've been doing it forever, and other things, I'm like, 17 years? Really?
17 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you are like specialty garden maintenance, right? Like you
Yes.
guys are more the high end. You know what you're talking about when it comes to plants and gardens. So how did you get into this?
It's funny. I was listening to one of your other podcasts, and I can't remember who it was. It might have even been Pam Cook, that you two were talking about how no one sets out to say, I'm going to be in landscaping, it seems, and yet somehow it finds us.
Yeah.
And we end up where we belong.
Right.
I've heard you say that before. We've had that conversation where just never felt we belonged anywhere, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, this is where I belong.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I started out, I'm actually a journalist by trade. That's one of the things I went to school for. So I started at a radio station here in Barrie, and needed more work than I was able to get because I was doing the weekend news.
Right.
And I started working at a garden center here in Barrie that was actually owned by Warren Patterson, who is our former past president of provincial board.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of years in, I said that I was going to, I wanted more education. I wanted to keep learning and stuff like that. And he suggested I take the Hort program at Humber College.
Right.
And so I did that for the 2 years. So I'm certified horticultural tech.
Yeah.
And just continue to learn with Guelph University courses and the Barrie Garden Club, and
very cool.
learning.
And I mean, so growing up, did you always have like a passion or like an affinity for plants or nature? Or
I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
I'm a farm girl. So my dad was a cash crop farmer. My grandmother had beautiful gardens, absolutely beautiful gardens. I always joke my grandmother could take a blade of grass and turn it into a rose bush. So
that's nice.
I would sort of work with her in the garden. She had a beautiful vegetable garden in the backyard. I honestly never really ventured there much. I'm more of a flower, plants, ornamental. That's what I like.
Yeah. Okay. And so we are both members of Landscape Ontario. That's how we got to know each other. And I do want to jump in. Something that you mentioned on your podcast questionnaire was talking about affiliate programs and different benefits that entails, and diving into all of that. But before we get there, I'd like to know what you're drinking.
So I'm a low carber, so it's really hard with beers, but I
Yeah.
have discovered there are like some of the lights and so on and so forth have like 3 or 4
Yep.
carbs in them. But I found it's called Eden Grove. It's
Eden
from
Grove.
the Winona area, sort of Grimsby, Stony Creek. It's from that area. It is a zero sugar, ultra dry, fresh pressed apples, gluten free and vegan friendly,
Whoa.
and zero
Nice.
carbs.
And zero
So
carbs. Okay.
zero carbs.
And have you tried
So
it before? Or are you
yes, I
trying it just
have.
that you have tried it
Yeah.
before? Okay. And do you find, is it actually dry or is it
Yes.
sweet?
No, it is a dry.
Okay. My best friend, she's into dry ciders, and her biggest complaint is that they always say dry cider, but it is actually sweet. So she,
No, I do find this dry.
okay. I'm gonna have
It's
to check that one out.
yeah. They have
I,
a they have a hibiscus one too.
ooh, I
Yeah.
like hibiscus tea.
Yes.
I am definitely drinking something that is not carb free. There is barley in here for sure. What else is in here? It's funny, I've never actually thought of looking to see what I probably actually have to look it up. I'd be afraid to know actually how many carbs are in this, but
You don't want to know.
anyway, it's called The Mutants Are Revolting by
Oh
Flying
my.
Monkeys. And this
Okay.
is one of my favorites that is somewhat hard to find. Like I can't always find it at the LCBO or the beer store. I usually find it at the Metro grocery store in with their
Well,
beers.
that's this one
That one
I
too.
get at Zayres. I'm
Crazy.
not even sure if the liquor store carries it.
Well, cheers to you.
Cheers.
How cool is this? Virtual
Mm.
having a beverage together and talking about how awesome landscaping and nature is. I love how, so on the questionnaire, I asked, I'm always interested to find out people's favorite outdoor spaces or places. And you actually mentioned forest bathing.
hmm
Let's talk
hmm
about that. So anybody who tuning in who doesn't know what forest bathing in is, can you give us a little lowdown on what that means?
The first time I did forest bathing was actually in Dublin, Ireland,
Hmm,
at the
that'd be
Botanical
cool.
Gardens there. We went on a tour and they got us down into the very treed area, and it was in January. Uh, and there was maybe 5 or 6 of us there. So it was very intimate group. And it's the leader just sort of the way they talk, and then they just ask you a question like, what do you hear? And you just
Hmm.
everybody goes silent, and just the different things you hear when you actually tune in to listening.
Right,
And like one person said, I heard the plane go over. And I was like, oh, yeah, I did hear that, but not consciously.
right.
I was in tune to the birds and the rustling, and
Hmm.
that's it. So it's you just letting the forest wash over you
Yeah.
is
And
the
be
easiest
really
way.
present. Like you
hmm
you're really surrounded by nature, but then you're tuning into all of the sights and the sounds and the
Yeah,
sensations and
yeah.
the texture and what it feels like beneath your feet. I think one of the coolest things, I'm trying to think of, I'm pretty sure it was the FWR Conservatory or Conservation Authority or Conservation Area or whatever in Ayr, Ontario. It's one of my
Oh,
favorite
okay.
places. Uh, it is probably the reason why I have an obsession with boardwalks.
Okay.
Because you kind of go up a trail and then you go down into this ravine and it's like a swamp and they've built this boardwalk throughout the swamp and the birds and we'd go there to feed chickadees out of our hands when we were kids and
Uh,
but I remember going there as an adult and doing some conscious forest bathing as I walked. And I remember for the first time hearing the trees creaking. Like not just the
Oh,
branches
oh,
rustling and stuff, but
yeah.
with the wind, and there's such old trees, you could hear the wood like crunching against itself.
Yeah.
And it almost took me off guard a bit, right?
Yeah.
Because
Is it going to
but
fall over?
like, oh, I've never noticed that sound before. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was really cool. And then you mentioned another one of my favorite places, Whistling Gardens,
Thank you
right?
for introducing me to that.
Was it me?
Oh, yeah, you posted something on Instagram, and I was like, Brantford?
That's not
I
too
have
far.
family in Brantford. My sister lives in Brantford.
Yeah.
My sister and I are members of the Royal Botanical Gardens.
Yep.
So I pop down, and the two of us try to get to the Royal Botanical Gardens as much as we can. And I said to her, so there's this place at
Yeah.
Waterford. And so we went over, and I have absolutely fallen. We've gone to the night show. We took our husbands to the
Nice.
night show. It was beautiful. Uh, my daughter came the first time we went. So I have a 27-year-old daughter, and she came the first time and fell in love with it.
Yeah.
She has no desire to be in my industry,
Yep.
but she loves to go with me.
Hmm.
Like we just went to Kew Gardens, we went to Kokenhof. Like she loves to come with me, and
Yeah.
she gets all the Instagram pictures,
Right.
and I just bathe in the garden.
That's awesome.
So yeah, Whistling Garden is. I want to get down there for the peony display this year.
Yeah, don't miss it. North
Uh,
America's home to North America's largest peony collection. Um, it's it's quite it's quite something. So
we
I've
should
seen
make a
Whistling
date to
Gardens.
meet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's do it. I have to tell you a secret though, and don't tell anybody except everybody else who's on the internet listening to this. But I usually make it a girls' trip, right? So me and the girlfriends, we go down there and we bring our water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is usually some sort of adult grape juice.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but it makes for a great day. It
Nice.
really is. So we'll bring a little picnic and we'll have something to eat there and um yeah, it's a good
Fabulous.
time. But we've
Yeah.
actually or I've seen or I've been lucky enough to see Whistling Gardens in all four seasons. Um because even though
We
they're
did.
not open to the public in the winter, that was my first co-op. So I'm
Yeah,
really
you
good
worked
friends with
there
the
if I
owner.
remember correctly.
And he actually gave my friend and I a private winter tour. We put on our snow
Oh,
pants and we went there in winter to look at the winter interest of the garden. Um,
nice.
but I've not seen it at night. I have not seen the night show. So, and that's
It's
relatively new because they put in all those lights
and
and
they are working on those lights from the time they open up. I think it's pretty
yeah.
spectacular with the lights.
Ah,
Yeah, they
okay,
do a
I gotta
wonderful
do that.
job.
Gotta do that this year. So let's talk about plants
Okay.
because I I think everybody loves to talk about plants. So for you, you've got a favorite plant in the garden?
I have many favorites,
Okay.
but creeping phlox will always hold my heart.
Yeah.
It was the first plant I planted in our first home together.
Aw.
And it did so well.
Mm-hmm.
Now we planted an Alberta spruce that was 5 feet high at the time, that is now a giant.
Yep.
But yeah, I have always been in love with it. I will always. I just planted 12 today. Shh, I know. It's a microclimate area. It'll be
That'll be
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to go to -9 tonight.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yikes. I have not looked at what the temperature is supposed to be, but we are getting quite the wind here
You have
in
the
London,
wind.
big time.
What a
So, and actually I think a
wild.
couple minutes ago all of our lights flickered. I'm not sure if you could
Uh-oh.
tell from that from your end
No,
or not, but
no.
I thought I was gonna lose you there. But that's okay. What is it called? Uh, like our emergency
Oh, the
battery
generator,
power thing.
rack or whatever.
Yeah, it's something for all the electrical. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm talking about. My husband's into computers. I'm not. He just makes sure everything keeps running.
Yeah,
So
something that keeps the lights on.
I heard that thing beep in the other room. So I heard that click
Perfect.
on, whatever it is. But um, And houseplants. I see that you got a little something's behind you
Yeah,
there.
again, my husband and I travel a lot throughout the winter.
Yeah,
He is retired and he now works at a golf course. And so we do a lot of traveling. So I have moved pretty much to succulents.
there you go. But even that's
I
impressive. I was
I
thinking
do.
maybe do you
Yeah.
do fake plants, which is fine too.
No, no,
But
I've got a whole bunch of succulents and we have two cats, so we always have someone come in and stay with the cats.
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, here's how they get watered.
yeah,
And the one year I came back, they looked better than I had ever had them look. So that person has a green thumb for sure.
nice.
Yeah. So
Okay. And is
yeah, that's what I have is succulents. I mean, in the past, I used to bring in the hibiscus and I would have
yeah,
begonias that I brought in. And yeah,
I've got a soft spot for begonia. That's actually a pink lady right there.
okay. Yep.
Lady begonia.
Very
So,
nice.
um, what else was I gonna ask you? Oh my gosh, my brain today. I've I was saying before we started recording that I've been sick for like the last week. I did take a COVID test and it says negative, but it was like the test had expired last year.
Oh, well.
So I don't, whatever it is, it's just not fun. So excuse my brain fog.
All good.
So for as somebody who maintains gardens, I mean, that's what gets me excited, right? I am not a
Me too.
hardscape girl and I am not a turf girl. I've been teaching at the local greenhouse and doing seminars about gardening. And I had this question about, like what would you do like with somebody wants like a really green lawn? I said, ask somebody else.
Yeah.
That's my
I
answer.
know people.
Yeah. Like my solution to a better lawn is to take it out and replace it with gardens. That is my turf solution,
My
right?
long-term joke has been grass is something I walk across to get to my gardens.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
And now I realize it's just the pretty border around my gardens.
right. So
I
it's a
work with
backdrop.
I work with a gentleman here in town that he worked for me for a few years, and then I was like, dude, you're a grass whisperer. Like
Yep.
you need to start your own company doing
Right.
lawn maintenance, and he's been doing that for a number of years now, and he just makes beautiful beautiful lawns, and he's still on a number of my clients,
Yep.
and I there's times I just walk out and go, man, that's pretty.
Yep.
You've actually made me like lawns,
Right.
which is pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive for sure. So in all your time maintaining gardens and looking after plants and flowers, do you have a favorite tool or piece of equipment that you just can't live without?
I stress out in the winter when I don't have my pruners on my hip. I'm a
Yep. I think
Felco
I've seen
girl.
you. Yep. I think I've seen you go to
You
grab them a
grab
couple
for it.
times. It's like, oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to cut something, put a new shirt on. I want to take the tag off. I grab my hip and I'm like, no, they're not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Felco girl. I love my pruners. I have about 6 of them.
Yep.
So I have the rose pruners. I have the small. I have the large. I had the rotating one for the
Yep.
ergonomics. Didn't love it because I get them dirty a lot.
Right.
So they got stuck a lot, but they were great. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they definitely took some pressure off the wrist, but
hmm So
yeah,
it's
no,
like you've got the whole family, the whole Falco
yes,
family.
yes,
Nice.
yes.
And so do you look after them yourself or do you take them in somewhere?
No, I look after them.
I've,
Oil them, sharpen, speak kindly to them.
yeah. Do they all have names?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. All my
Um,
tools have names.
yeah. I've always struggled with putting the Falcos back together. And I
Oh,
don't
really?
know,
Oh,
I can sharpen them, no problem, and I can clean them, but I go to put it back together and I somehow always manage to do it the way that it self-tightens over time and then you can't get them open again.
oh no.
So there's something with a nut that I
Oh,
don't know.
no.
Yeah, so like the more you use them, the harder it gets until they lock shut and they're pretty much toast.
Okay, I've never done that, and now I'm afraid.
Don't be. It's just me. I'm telling you, it's a skill. It's a skill.
Okay,
So,
we'll go with that.
um, what else was it that you wanted to talk about here? Oh, because I was asking you about a project or a feature that you're proud about or something you'd like to discuss, and you mentioned two friends that have successful companies.
One that I just mentioned is Wayne.
Yep,
And then my general manager, Jen, when my husband and I decided to downsize. So we live in a condo now. It's a little
yep.
hard to run a, you know, 7-person crew from a condo. So
Yes.
I went to Jen and said, do you want to start your own company? So she has, what is she going into now? Her third year, I guess.
Oh, wow.
And she's very successful, doing so well.
Oh,
I
that's
am
awesome.
stupidly proud of both of them.
Yeah.
They they're just things that happen, things that get said, and I'm just like, yeah, you were listening. That's really
Oh,
cool.
I love
And
that.
they both are just flourishing.
Yeah.
Absolutely flourishing. So,
I mean, I think it's so cool that you've, you know, taken your employees, you've taught them, you've trained them, mentored them, and then it was actually you who encouraged them to go out on their own and do this.
yeah, it's
Like,
it's been a journey.
there's not a lot of employers who would do that, right?
Was
It's
it the
a,
right thing, the wrong thing? I don't know. Like people say, you should have just set up departments, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a technician.
yeah,
I like being in the gardens more than I enjoyed controlling all
right.
the moving parts.
Yeah.
In all honesty, Jen was the one that controlled the moving parts.
Yep.
She she was an amazing general manager,
Mm-hmm.
and she just made the parts all move.
Yeah.
And I just encouraged her. So
Which
now
is huge.
I work pretty much by myself, and then
Yep.
I have a university student who has actually is just graduating from Teachers College,
Nice.
and she finishes this year, but she's coming back for this summer. So it's just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Big difference, big difference. I
Yep.
had 78 clients at one point. I now have six. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a big change, but I don't hate it at all.
Right.
I thoroughly love being in the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly I thought last year was going to be my last year, and I was like, I'm not ready yet.
Not ready to stop doing this.
No,
Yeah.
no, absolutely love what I do.
Wow. And I mean, that takes a lot of, I would say, self-awareness too, to be like, you know what, I can downsize to look after my mental health, you know, whatever stress or whatnot. And I do need to downsize because I'm in a condo. But the fact that you know that you love doing this, right? And you're just
Yeah,
keep trucking,
yep. I'll
right?
do it as long as I can.
Yeah. Oh,
So
very
it's
cool.
quite fun.
Um, what else in here would I was gonna talk about? Dip, 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 dip. So yes, maybe possibly hiring, maybe possibly not.
Not after Devin called me and said she was going to come back.
Yep, excellent.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but that's something too, like as times change, this
yep.
episode two, I think, is going up July 17th. So right
Okay,
now we are April
12th.
12th. Yes, I had to look that up. April 12th, recording this, and it's not going up until July. And who knows what things will look like in July. But
Yeah.
people should definitely look out LA Gardens. And is Facebook the best way to find you, or a website, or
I have a website. I don't do a lot with it, and
yep,
it's actually lagardens.ca.
yep,
Big fan of the CAs. Plus, I couldn't have .com because the Los Angeles Gardens claimed that.
right. Which I'm sure you don't get ever, right? LA, like, oh, Los Angeles? No, it's my
Yes.
name.
No. No.
Right.
Actually, I usually introduce myself. Hi, I'm LA, like the city.
Like the city.
And the
Yep.
funny people go, oh, Paris? Yeah, okay, sure.
Wow.
Close.
There are some really special people out there. Takes all kinds.
As I
Um,
say that with a Paris picture
do
behind
you know what? I couldn't even tell from here that it was Paris until now that you've pointed it out. Now I can tell. Now I can tell. So what about for the years that you've been doing this? Is there some books that you'd like to mention? Either horticultural books or personal or professional development books that have really just left a mark for you?
anything Simon Sinek.
Yep.
Yeah, his books. Yeah, he just has a way.
Yep.
He has an absolute way.
His
Um,
TED Talks are all really good too.
yeah, yeah. Personally, I am an ACOTAR girl, into that fairy realm.
Oh yes,
Um,
you had told me about this before. And what is it
yeah,
called again?
well, it's a crown of thorn and roses, but the acronym is ACOTAR. So
Okay.
it's a series. Sarah J. Moss. It kind of just gets you away from. There was a time where all I read was books on weeds, bugs, diseases.
Yeah.
That's
It's hard
all
to
I
put it
read.
down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's kind of nice to get back to just general reading.
Nice. I haven't read fiction in a really long time. I haven't found something I can get into.
Mm.
I find that once I start getting into a fictional book, it's like I should be learning something right now. I should be
Been
reading
there.
about a designer or
Yeah.
yeah, Ontario
Yeah. I've
weeds
been there.
or one day.
Yeah.
One day maybe I'll get back into fiction. I actually have The Red Tent is on my
Okay.
there goes the lights again.
Yep.
Um on my list of books to read, and I've not even cracked it open. I bought it 2 years ago because somebody recommended it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
again, 3 to 4 months of not being out on the gardens and such like. In the last couple of years, I've done tons of reading,
Yeah. And
tons of reading.
so with you doing traveling in the winter months, where do you guys like to travel to?
We usually do Mexico.
Yep.
This year we got down to Myrtle Beach. We did a golf package, so that was great fun. I'm getting back into golf after many years of not doing much golfing.
Yeah.
And actually, it was my bookkeeper who said, "You need a life
Ah,
outside the gardens. Come and
yep.
join the ladies' league." And so I golfed with her and two others for a few years. And then, as I said, my husband works at a golf course here at Tangle
Wow.
Creek, and I golf there now and have a lovely ladies group that I golf with. And I've made it, again, as you say, for mental health, I've made it a priority. Monday night, I golf. That's
Nice.
what I do. And it helps. It really helps. It makes you look forward to Monday.
Yep. I
And
like
just,
that.
yeah, it gives you that, you know, that little spark, and
Yep.
then it gets you through the whole week without a problem.
Nice. I'm the big joke with my few friends who do golf is that when and if I'm invited to go golfing with them, they all know that I'm just the designated drunk driver
Okay,
because I don't golf.
with the grape
But
juice.
I will drive the golf cart and drink grape juice all day. No problem. But or I'll do the putting. But I've
Okay.
also got a bum shoulder. So the
Ah,
last time I drove a ball, it was a great hit and I was really out of it for about nine months or so.
paid for it dearly.
So yeah, rotator cuff. Yay. So much fun. So we've got it's about 9 minutes or so. So can you think of is there like a garden that you most love to spend your time in of all the places that you look after over the years? Maybe even not a place that you still have any more, like a place from the past, or was there a client's garden where you're like, this was the one?
Oh, I would definitely, that's the main one I look after now.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so can you tell us about it?
it is just spectacular. It's the client actually has done most of the planting,
Yep.
choosing of plants. She has a specific color scheme. She's got an amazing eye, beautiful designer eye. And she just puts plants and then says, sometimes I'm like, yeah, no, that's a shade plant. And she's like, then move it. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So she just gives me carte blanche
Yep.
and just, yeah, we've got a great rapport and she's got a wonderful family
Hmm.
and it's their cottage.
Yep.
They're Torontonians and they come up to the cottage and but it's just a beautiful, beautiful. The home is just spectacular. They're actually home builders
Okay.
and oh, the home is spectacular and
Nice.
there's 32 gardens that I have designated, I think it is.
Wow.
The irrigation system is just bizarre. There's just so many moving parts
Totally.
to it.
Yeah.
And it's right on the lake, right on Kempenfelt Bay.
Nice.
So
And
it's
is it like so it would be a cottage garden then? Or is it
uh
more formal, or is there
no,
a
no,
theme?
very much cottage. Lots of grasses, lots of hydrangea, you know, the daisy, phlox, black-eyed Susie,
Yep.
lot of I've introduced a lot of the Roseanne geranium.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
a winner. That one was
that
just in
if
the article that I had published in the Landscape Trades magazine.
yeah,
Is that Roseanne geranium? I've seen it in shade, I've seen it in sun, I've seen it in pots, and it's a perpetual bloomer. It
I've
has
seen
blooms
it
for a really
blooming
long
under
time.
snow.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
really nice one.
it is, and just the mass plantings of it. Or she has one that has to get 6 feet wide.
Whoa.
It is in the happiest place, and it just starts to come up, and and I'm like, okay, stop now. You're
Yeah.
now covering the evergreens. Please stop. But if
Holy.
we let it go, it goes about 6 feet wide.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. Usually they generally you get a 2, 3 foot. This thing
Yep.
is unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it must be pretty old too, because with mature perennials, they'll tend
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
fill in. Wow. Um, what else did I want to ask you? It's like my mind is just whatever I'm sick with is kicking my
Oh,
butt at the moment.
that's not fun. Hey,
Um,
I did want to mention that I was looking up because I was trying to find out where this is from.
yeah.
Are you familiar with the United Craft family? That's who markets this.
Okay.
And they do, because the one I usually drink on the golf course is called Triple Bogey.
Yes. I'm actually familiar with that one.
Yeah, so that one's but they do this company like so they promote Ontario craft companies.
Yeah.
So I thought you might be kind of interested in that United Craft family. And
Yeah.
that's this Eden Grove is part of them. And then when I saw the triple bogey, I'm like, oh cool.
I
So
will check them out for sure. I'm actually I think it's next week or the week after. I'm doing recording an episode with somebody who works or he owns designated drinks, and they're
okay.
all zero alcohol beers.
Right.
So,
That's neat.
because if I can find an IPA that's alcohol free, I'll be happy to buy it regularly. I just haven't been able to find one that
That you like.
that I like. So,
Yeah.
the hunt
It's
is
out
on.
there.
It's out there. I will find
It's
it.
yeah.
Um, What's on your docket for this year? Are you mostly maintaining the same clients that you have, or are you
Yes.
looking to, yeah. So
Yeah.
not looking for new clients, just maintaining the ones you have, and excellent.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty nice business. concept,
It's,
right?
as I said, it's been a ride.
Yep.
Yeah, we went, as I said, we were at 78 clients at one point.
Wow.
And there was, I shouldn't admit this. There was a client walked out the door and I couldn't think of her name.
Right.
I could have told you every plant she had in her garden, but I
Yep.
could not think of her name. And our slogan, our motto has been cultivating relationships.
Right.
And I went, Jen, we're too big.
Yep.
We're losing the personal touch. And we took the company and we halved it.
Right.
And we went down to 35 clients.
Wow.
And it was tough. And yet once we went down to the 35 clients, we were able to do more ad services for those 35 clients and enhance what we were already doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because for Jen to say, hey, would you like seasonal planters while we're running crazy with 78 clients, it was hard. But when all of a sudden we've got 35, she was doing setting them up on programs for seasonal planters.
Yeah.
And the revenue stream, it took a little bit of a hit the next year, but by the year after that, our revenue stream was the same as it was before.
Right back to where it was.
We picked up a couple of other clients and this and that. And it's sometimes you get too big too fast.
Right. Yep. And I feel so lucky to know you and to know so many other people where I feel like I've gotten so many tidbits of information and so much advice from all of you. I will never take it for granted. I'm so very grateful.
Well, the best thing you did was join Landscape Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But if you could you share maybe one tidbit of advice for someone that might be thinking about starting a landscape business? What would be your one thing? Get a bookkeeper.
Know your numbers, get a bookkeeper. Learn your numbers. I feel like I feel Jackie Hart coming out of my voice right now.
I can hear her.
Yes, our peer-to-peer leader. Know your numbers while you only have 10 clients.
Right.
Because then the 11th and 12th, it's easy to know the numbers. And when you get to 78,
right,
you know the numbers and you know how many people you need to hire and know your numbers. Get yourself a bookkeeper. Also learn what you're really good at and what you like to do.
Right.
And hire people to do the other stuff.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Laurie-Ann, we are less than a minute left. We are going to get cut off. I want to thank you so much for coming onto the show. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. And I'm sure that I will see you around.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll make a date and drink more.
Yes. Okay. Until next time. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. That concludes this week's episode, hosted by me, Heather Gerard at My Landscape Artist. Now, before you go, here's some info about our sponsor, ext.tech. In today's fast-paced world, your landscaping business needs modern solutions to keep up with the change. That's where EXT comes in. EXT is revolutionizing the way you manage projects and streamlines your landscaping, snow removal, and construction operations. Instead of juggling 5 different software packages, endless spreadsheets, losing track of leads, and missing out on potential sales, you could be leveraging AI job routing, client management, and financial insights with a modern mobile app that employees love to use. With EXT's flat rate pricing, you'll never be caught off guard. If you're ready to revolutionize and grow your landscaping business, visit ext.tech today to learn more. And for additional savings, use the code HOPS10 at checkout, or just tell them that Heather sent you. See you next week for another episode of Hops and Hedges.